Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsea. Today I'm sharing with you my third alternative card idea made with the May 2026 Paper Pumpkin kit called Sparkling Celebrations. This kit is so fun. It creates 9 cards, 3 in these 3 different designs, and it also includes the coordinating envelopes. What I like to do is take the contents from the kit and create my own cards using just a couple other supplies. Today we're going to be creating this fun panel pop-up card, and I'm excited to share with you some fun techniques. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that you need from the kit to create this card. You're going to want the lantern card base. This is just one of the sides. It's been cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I have a piece of silver foil cardstock. It is 2 7/8 by 3 1/8. Oh, that's part of my personal stash, not the kit. So from the kit, we also have the scallop edge, circle, the large lantern, and then this double lantern die cut. So those are things from the kit. From my own stash is the silver foil piece, a cardstock for the card base, and then 18 inches of white baker's twine. So we're going to cut the panel out of this first. Okay, so to get this panel that pops up, we have to cut it out. We're going to cut from the left and right sides 3/4 of an inch, and then from the top and bottom we're going to cut 1 1/4 inches. And if you're interested in getting a cutting guide so that you can kind of have this information before the all these alternatives come out, that's why I make this cutting guide, you can join my YouTube membership, and you can go to my channel and then click on join. It is $4.99, and you get the cutting guide as well as some sneak peeks of my alternatives before they come available to everybody. So how to do this? You're going to put your edge at the 3/4 of an inch mark, then put your cutting put your cutting blade in the center, and you're going to cut up to 1 1/4. So using this edge here, there is like a little mark on your blade, and then there's the measurements on your arm, and so you just go right up to 1 1/4, and then you go down to 4 1/4, and then we're going to repeat on this side. So 3/4 on the edge, go up to 1 1/4 and down to 4 1/4. And then for the top and bottom, you go to the 1 1/4 on this side, and then you go up to this cut line, which should be about 3/4, and then go down to this cut line, which should be 3 1/2. Okay, and then repeat 1 1/4 on this side, and go up and go down. Okay, and then that pops out this piece for you, and then that piece is going to pop up on our card. Before we do that, I did want to give a little more depth to the background and then to this piece, and so I added some darker ink along the outside, and I think I added black. But I think I want to, before we do that, I'm just realizing I need to also stamp. So now that we've cut that out, put that back in, let's do some stamping and blending on this back piece. So for stamping, you're going to get your Misty Moonlight, and we're going to stamp the trees along the bottom edge. And I want to show you a little trick on how to get a taller tree than just this size. So ink it up, and then you're going to place this where you want it. And I wanted some inside this square. So we're going to go up into the bottom left corner of that square. Okay, but now I've got this center area here that I have to also add ink to. So next, let's do another little section right here to fill in that bottom. And then we're going to turn it around and put our straight edges together to finish filling in the bottom of that tree. Okay, let's make sure that's lined up. And then we're going to finish off and do another section on the right side, a little tree here in the bottom right area. I'm going to just go over a little bit. Maybe add another little touch right here. And then you're going to flip it over, ink up the bottom, finish off this area, and then I have a little bit right there just to finish that section in. Perfect. Okay, so we've gotten the trees. We have a little bit on that centerpiece. Make sure to clean up any ink that is on your glass mat so it doesn't transfer. You're going to remove that centerpiece, and now we're going to blend. And like I said, originally I did black, but I thought that maybe it was a little too dark. So I wanted to try Blackberry Bliss for this one. So I'm going to get my blending brush, a little bit of ink on there, and then just blend some Blackberry Bliss onto the sides. And we're just doing the sides and the top and bottom. We're not doing the center. What I'm trying to do here is create a little bit of atmospheric perspective by giving it a little darker color on that back piece, making the top piece pop out. I'm just going to go a little darker here on the sides. And I like that purple a lot more than the black. The black just felt really heavy and strong. The purple just feels a little bit more like a darker sunset. Again, clean up that ink. You don't want to transfer any of that ink to your card. Okay. So now you can see when we pop this in, this is going to have just a little brighter look. Okay, let's add some things to our card base. So I've got my thick basic white cardstock here. You could use any color. I like using the white because then we just have a white inside and we're able to leave a message without having to add another panel of cardstock. A little bit of liquid glue on the frame. Again, the top is, it goes to edge, so we're not going to have a border here. Smooth out that liquid glue so we don't get any bumps. We are going to add the silver foil behind this inside piece. You can also use liquid adhesive here. The frame of the silver foil helps hide the cut line behind this pop-up piece. So whenever you do this technique, it is best to add a little small border piece behind it to cover up that piece. You see how it does that? It's so cool. Let's go ahead and pop this up with dimensionals. And then we'll place that right in the middle. Okay, just like that. Okay, so this is looking really great. What you can do from here is go ahead and add all your other little elements. Let's stamp our greeting. Because this has more of a purple feeling and not so much a blue, I decided to ink up my greeting in the Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to do the Time to Celebrate, which fits perfectly in this little scallop circle label from the kit. All of these things do get popped up with dimensionals, but before we do that, let's add our bow. So right here in the center, we'll take some tear and tape. Put your ends together. So this is 18 inches and right in the middle of your baker's twine, put it on that tear and tape. And then we're going to do some double bow right here. Okay, something like that. And then you can pop these things up with dimensionals right there in the center. Okay, let's start with the large lantern. I'm going to kind of cover up the bottom section of that with that piece. And then the small lantern kind of just gets tucked underneath on the side. If it comes off the edge of that center panel, that's okay. And then we've got the greeting. A little bit of overlapping on that lantern, just slightly. Just like that. So cute. Okay, so I really loved how this looked. And so if this is how your card turns out, that's great. I wanted to add just a little more silver to my card, and I've got this pen. This I got from Amazon. I could add a link to it in my blog or down below in the description of the video. I'm going to use the fine tip side. There's both a brush and a fine tip, and I'm just going to do another little border of silver around it. And I'm going to try to make it even. Sometimes I'm not great at this. You could use a ruler if you wanted, or you can just eyeball it like I am. Okay, so another little border, I think, just kind of helps pop it up. This one, I did 2 borders together, and this one I did 1. So you can kind of play around with that and decide what you want and how you want that to look, or you could do it without that silver pen. It's just a fun little extra touch there. And your card is all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this fun card today. If you're interested in seeing written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. If you would like to subscribe to get your own paper pumpkin kit, you can do so using the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.